What's going on, guys? So I'm here with one CIB Game Boy pickup and the rest loose cart pickup. So let's see what I got as far as CIB. So I picked up Boomer's Adventure in Asmic World. This is a game that I grew up with. I remember getting this game clearly on a road trip in my youth and was having a lot of fun with it. So when I go to pick and choose games that I'm trying to find, if I do see them for pretty cheap, I'll pick them up, but I'm actually trying to hold off on Game Boy right now until I get over to my buddy's house who has he said he's got about 200 or so CIB Game Boy games, so I'm going to try to back off until I get over there as far as CIB goes. But as far as loose goes, let's take a look what I got here. And I paid pretty much $4.99 for all of these, $2.99 for some, $3.99 for some, and then like two are at $7.99 and two are at $9.99. So the first one I got is Bomberman GB. Next game I got is Maui Mallard in Cold Shadow. So needless to say, all of these games are probably worth anywhere from 7 to... if I paid $4.99, the game's probably worth 7 to 10. If I paid $7.99 to $9.99, the game's probably worth 15 to 20 or so when we start talking about some of the more expensive ones here. But games like Maui Mallard, you know, that the box for that's, you know, needless to say, the box for these are all very rare. The boxes for all these go for 2 to 10 times as much as the carts. So I won't keep repeating that the boxes are rare. Just let it be known that all boxes are rare for these. And then the carts, all of these are, you know, $15 carts, 10 to 15, I'd say. Some of them you could probably find still for $7.99. But like I said, you know, there's not much on eBay anymore. Go look up a couple of these games on eBay, like Joe and Mac, or Speed Racer, or Street Racer. You're just not going to find any copies. So that was Kingdom Crusade. This is another game that's gotten up to about 20 bucks. I paid $3.99 for this. That's Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, it's another game. If you go try to find this game, it's already up to at least 20, high teens before shipping. Alleyway. One of the games I grew up with, so I'm glad to have that. And I actually played this version a lot more than I did ever Arcadoid. So this is another game that's going up in price. Chuck Rock. Paid $5 for this game, and if you can find this game, it goes for about, you know, high teens again, about 18 bucks or so if you can find it. Here's another game, Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters. This game has always held a good value. This game has always held about a $10 to $15 value. All Game Boy dropped in 2008 when everyone who was holding on to stock, or, you know, a lot of people who were holding on to big stocks in Game Boy had a big release. And in 2008 to 9, you saw prices of Game Boys drop. Well, over the last 5 years, Game Boy has had a steady 5-year increase up until this summer, about 2 months ago, when it literally jumped up 25%. So this increase we're seeing now, this isn't people hoarding games to turn around and sell. This increase we're seeing right now are people buying the games that were hoarded and putting them into their collection, just like I'm doing now. So if you're after Game Boy, go after them now, because those prices, this is a spike. A gradual spike like that just really doesn't ever just spike unless it's one person controlling everything. So this is another game I got for $2.99, and that's Cliffhanger. Now, this game looks like it was like Sony actually made Cliffhanger for the Game Boy and then ported it to the NES. Because if any of you played this game on the NES, you know it's very much a Game Boy-like game on the NES. There's hardly any colors. And if you play this Game Boy version, you'll see why that's a lot better. So here's another game I paid $9.99 for and did not have a problem with that because this game's already $20 online. A year ago, 2 years ago, you could still just get this game for under 10. And that's not to say that you can't get any of these games for under 10 still, because some people don't look for them. Some people don't put any bids on them, and you can still get low bids. So, yeah, DuckTales 2, while not as rare, maybe as rare, but it's not as valuable as the NES version, this one is going up in value. So that one's recently hit 20. This is a game that held, like, I believe a $30 value for a long time until it dropped to about 10 or 12. and that's Legend of River King by Natsume. It's a fishing RPG. Here's another rather rare and increasing game. This game's around $10–15, and that's Kung Fu Master by IREM. It's actually a very fun game to play, by the way. And here's another Natsume game, and it's Ring Rage. Alright, so we got, there's a couple copies of R-Type for the Game Boy. Of course, there's R-Type, and then there's R-Type DX. And this DX contains R-Type 1 and 2. Then here's a good one I got here. It's Castlevania 2, Simon Belmont's Quest. And here's another game I paid $9.99 for, but this one goes easily for $20 to sometimes $30. And it's Alien 3, The Contra Wars. Or Contra 3, The Alien Wars, excuse me. Alright, here's a game I was talking about. Very rare game, very hard to find this game, and it's a Ubisoft game. You'll be hard pressed to find a copy of this online anywhere. There's one CIB copy up now for I think like $400, but that's Street Racer, and there's a lot more to this game than you would imagine when you pop it in. There's a lot of detail to this game, and yeah, but if you see this game locally, definitely pick it up. Don't hesitate to pay $5, $10, $15 for that game. Alright, here's another rare game. The rarest of the Kirby's games. And when, you know, a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these games, they are extremely rare, but they really don't ever top, you know, the high teens as far as value. Like I said, a few of them are going over that $20 mark, but not yet. So Kirby Star Stacker, kind of like a Tetris game. Now here's a very, very good Game Boy game. I recommend getting this game early on in your collection if you don't already have it, and that's Batman the Video Game by Sunsoft. Very, very good Game Boy game. And here's Cool Spot. This is a pretty good platforming, and I don't believe this is as rare as Cool Spot Ocean Breeze or the Freeze one, but that one's pretty rare with just the white cover. Here's a puzzle game, Dexterity. And then here's a rare game, getting more rare by the day. Everyone is looking for this for some reason. That's Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. So that's a Game Boy's a decent port. And this is a rather obscure game here, Bionic Battler. It blends a couple different types of genres together. A neat one to check out. And last but not least, for $6.99, I got Double Dragon 2. One of the best Double Dragons I played on the Game Boy. And another game that's rising in price. You can hardly find any copies of this game anywhere. And I'm going to try to get to the bottom of the information, but there's a lot of German Game Boy games out there. So when you look Double Dragon 2 up on eBay, you're not going to find an NTSC copy. They're all going to be German copies with German writing on this side and a round Nintendo logo instead of oval. So I'll try to figure out what the story with that is and let you guys know. But yeah, you know, a lot of these games are just getting harder to find every day. So if you have V-Stocks around with binders, I recommend checking out the binders. Because like I said, if you check out the price chart on videogamepricecharts.com for Game Boy, in the last 2 months, Game Boy value has gone up 25%. So check out what you got in town, guys. Pick it up. Now, I'm not recommending to do this for any type of profits because I don't know how, like I said, these are very rare, but I don't know, but price is determined not only by rarity, but by the demand. So if there's not a lot of people going for Game Boy, which I think there will be one day, once people settle down with NES and stuff, I don't think prices are going to get too crazy on these. But if you want them in your collection now, before they do get hard to find, go out and look for them. So, alright guys, well, I will be back later. I've got more pickups to show you, but this is the Game Boy for now, so peace.